Hello everyone. So in this lesson we are going to talk about divide decimals. In the previous lesson we studied multiplying decimals. Okay, so again in this lesson we have two notes or two steps. If you know these two steps, it's very easy to divide decimals. Okay, the first question that you have to ask this question, you have to ask yourself these questions. Okay, is divisor a whole number? So this is the question. You have to ask this question to yourself. Okay, so if the question say find the quotient, find the quotient, find the quotient, or if the question say divide, okay, we have these two types of the question. The question say find the quotient or divide it. Okay, so there's no difference between these two one, it's the same. Okay, let's solve one of the questions. Let's say question. Okay, so that one. So first example is 5 and 14 and 85 hundredths. How to divide these to one? We say that first you have to ask yourself this question. Okay, you have to ask yourself, okay, is divisor a whole number? Which one is called the divisor? The number that we have outside, this one is called the divisor. Is it whole number or not? So what are the whole numbers? The whole numbers start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till to infinity. Okay, 5 is the whole number between 0 and infinity. But 14 and 85 is not the whole number, it's called the decimal number because it has a decimal point. Okay, so first we say that ask this question to yourself. Okay, so look, we know this one is the whole number, so just straight up the points. If our divisor is the whole number, just straight up the point in here. Okay, now it's like the normal long division. How can we divide it? How many 5 do we have in 1? Nothing. Take another digits. 14. How many 5 do we have in 14? Or we can say what number multiplied by 5 is exactly 14 or is very close to 14, and it should be less than that number. Okay, let's say 5 times 2. Where should you write down 2? The top of above 4. We have to write it in here. Why? Because we have taken these two digits, so that's why you have to write the answer the top of 4 or above 4. Okay, we cannot write down 2 in here, the above 1, because we have taken these two digits. Now multiply 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, minus it, we're gonna subtract, it's gonna be 4. Okay, bring it down, there is 2 more digits left in the dividend, bring it down one by one. 48. How many 5 do we have in 48? So it means 5 times what number is very close to 48? 5 times 8, it's gonna be 40, but there is another number that is very close to 48, which is 9. Where should you write down 9? Above 8. Why? Because we brought down that digit, so that's why you have to write down the answer above these digits. Okay, now multiply 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract, it's gonna be minus it, it's gonna be 3. So one more digit left, which is 5. Bring it down, it's gonna be 35. Okay, how many 5 do we have in 35? 5 times what number is exactly 35 or is very close to 35? 7. Where should you write down 7? Be careful about where should you write the numbers. Okay, it's very important the way that you write the numbers in the quotient, this place, because if you make the small mistake, you'll get the wrong answer. Okay, now we say that 7 times 5 is 35. You have to write the answer at the top of 5. Now 5 times 7 is 35 is 0 0. The answer 2 and 97 hundredths. The first question that you have to ask yourself is divisor a whole number? If it is whole number, just straight up the points and do normal long division. Another question, if the divisor is not the whole number, what do we do? Let's say if the question say divide, okay, what number? 48 and 4 tenths divided by 4 tenths. How to divide these two numbers? So first, write this number into long division. How to write these two numbers into long division is very important. The way that you write these two numbers into long division, okay? Always write down the first number, which is called dividend, write down inside. First number inside, second number outside. First number inside, second number is outside. Right. 48 and 4 tenths and 4 tenths. First number is called the dividend, write down inside. The second one is called divisor, write down outside. Now, we say that if it is division, you have to ask yourself this question. You have to ask this question to yourself, okay? Is divisor a whole number? Look at this one. Our divisor is not the whole number, is the decimal. What do we do? You have to change it to the whole number. We have two steps. If our divisor is the decimal, change divisor to whole number. How can we change our divisor to the whole number? By moving the point to the right or to at the end of the numbers. Okay, so we have one decimal place, so that's where we're gonna move the point to at the end of the numbers. Right? So again, if our divisor is the decimal number, change the divisor to whole number. How can we change the divisor to the whole number? By moving the point to the right or to at the end of the number. Right? Now rewrite it. This one is 4, right? Because 0 4 we cannot say 0 4. 0, it doesn't count it in here. It doesn't have value. Okay, now the second the second step, what you did in divisor, do the same thing, to dividend. Okay, so what we did in here in the divisor, we moved the point to the right hand side one time, to the end of the numbers. Okay, that's why we are doing the same thing in here in the dividend. Okay, move the point one times, not twice. What you did in the divisor, we moved the point to the right one time, so that's why in the dividend doing the same thing. Now it's gonna be 484. The point is at the end. Now it's like the normal long division. How many 4 do we have in 4? 1 times 4 is 4. Write down 1 above the 4. Okay, in the correct place value, this one. Minus it, it's gonna be 0. Bring it down, it's gonna be 8. How many 4 do we have in 8? 2. 2 times 4 is 8, minus it's gonna be 0. Still there is one more digit left, which is 4. How many 4 do we have in 4? 1. 1 times 4 is 4, 0, 0. So the answer is 121. Okay? That's the answer. So first we say that look at the divisor. The divisor is a whole number or not. If it is the decimal number, you have to change the divisor to whole number. How? By moving the point at the end of the numbers. What you did in the divisor, do it the same thing in the dividend. We move it 1 times. Okay? Now it's like the normal long division and find the answer. One more example. Let's say question Question 24, or let's say question 24. Question 24, 7 and 170 and 6 tenths. Look at this one. We say that if we have the division or the if the question say divide, the first thing that you have to ask this question to yourself. You have to ask yourself this question. Okay, is divisor a whole number? This is the first thing that you have to do it. Okay, 7. Look at this one. Is it whole number or decimal? Is a whole number, we can, I mean, if it is the decimal number, we have to move the point, but this one is the whole number, so that's why we're gonna do our long division. Okay, just straight up the points, no need to move the point because our divisor is the whole number. Now, how many 7 do we have in 11? 11. 1, 2, it's gonna be 14. Where should you write down the top of? Above the 1. So 1 times 7 is 7, minus it cannot be, gonna be 11. 11 minus 7, it's gonna be 4. There is one more digit, 7. How many 7 do we have in 47? How many 7 do we have in 47? Okay, so it means 7 times what number is very close to 47? 4 times 7 times 6. 6 times 7, 42. Minus it is gonna be 5. There is one more digit, which is 6. How many 7 do you have in 56? 8. Write down above 6 because we brought down that digits. 8 times 7, 56. Minus it is gonna be 0, 0. Okay, it is very easy. Just follow the steps. Okay, one more example. Let's say question, let's say another example, divided by we have these two numbers again. The first thing that you have to do it, write into long division. Long division, okay? First number we said that is called dividend, write down inside, and the second number is outside. First number inside, second number outside. 8 and 19 hundredths. Look at the divisor. Is it decimal or whole number? If it is decimal, you have to change it to the whole number by moving the point to the end of the number. Okay? 1, 2. 2 times. What we did, do it the same thing in the dividend. Move the point again twice because we moved the point in the divisor to the right hand side twice. So that's why we're going to do it the same thing. So rewrite it. It's going to be 9, 819. Now, it's like the normal long division. How many 9 do we have in 8? Nothing. Take another digit, 81. How many 9 do you have? 81. 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Subtract, it's gonna be 0, 0. There is one more digit left. Bring it down, it's gonna be 9. How many 9 do we have in 9? or we can say 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9, so 0. The whole lesson is about this question. Is divisor a whole number? If it is whole number, just straight up the point and do your long division, okay? But if our divisor is the decimal number, try to move the point to at the end of the number. What you did in here in the divisor, if you move the point to the right twice, do the same thing in here. If you move the point to the right hand side, let's say 3 times or 4 times, do it the same thing in the dividend, okay? So that's it.